Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone is good out there. Welcome to this episode of Afghanistan English Campus. Afghanistan English Campus is short, we call it AC. The place you can you can enhance your English language skills, and you can practice your English. Here we have English language practically, and students study everything practically. The teachers we have here all graduate of English literature, and foreigner instructors we have as well. You can practice your English here. So here we are today to discuss about some of the issues. As a conversation, we have Sir Naveed Nabi, a graduate of international relationship from the Islamic University of Malaysia, and we're going to discuss about some of the issues. And I just want to say welcome, sir. Welcome to this episode.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. This discussion will be very it's a mutual discussion. It's normal discussion, so students will be able to learn English very well and how to discuss in the future in case you may be given a chance. As you know that Mr. Idris is the chairman of Afghanistan English Campus, who started from scratch this place. Mashallah, he built it a great empire, as I should say that. And there is no doubt this English Institute is mostly, sir, I do believe, which you came up with very good method, that you do not teach English based on books. You are mostly, it's an updated version of English. So it's not a bookish institute. It's not a bookish English center, all right? I do believe we are focusing much more on chapter basis. All right, we mostly get the information from the internet, from the outside sources. I do believe that we should not produce students who get involved in books a lot. So book-oriented students cannot learn English here. So we are much more practical on daily basis. So it's updated English version. And thank you very much, sir, for the introduction. And I adore your personality, especially your husky voice, and it's a great honor to be part of this Afghanistan English Campus. Inshallah, I'm sure the students are getting smarter day by day, and thank you very much for inviting me, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your nice words, sir, and I really thank. And yeah, of course, like here in the AEC, we have like a different kind of method. Our activities are based on daily activities, and it's more natural English. It's more of natural activities. It's not all about memorization, which students should memorize everything. Of course, we gave them the activities, and we mostly actually, sir, we are actually trying to give them the direction, give them like a pattern, like a path for them to just improve their English naturally, not to just have the vocabulary, the grammar, and the ideas of English in their brain without using. So if you cannot use your English, if you cannot put it in use, what is the point to study English? There is no point. English is a language, so this language should be practiced, this language should be spoken, this language should be written, this language should be listened, this language should be read. So that's what we are trying to do here in our classes about our students. All right, and so that's all good, sir. Thank you so much for your nice words once again. And yeah, I think you have a point, sir.
Yeah, sir. What made you to make this English Institute? And you're a very hardworking person, and I can see that you even work until 3 a.m. in the morning. What made you to make this institute? And it's very practical. It's very practical. Why I say it's practical? Because you do not follow books. And it's a lie that come within 6 months you learn English. But I do believe it's beyond that. It's beyond that. It depends on teacher, how you teach them, just guide them. I do believe you're teaching them mostly how to study English. You guide them, all right? So what made you to make this institute, this great institute, Afghanistan English Campus? What was in your mind so you came up with this idea of making this great English institute?
Right. So a question which during all this time, I haven't never thought about it, like how to answer this question. I have been working for it, but I have never thought about it. Actually, I have been teaching for 5-6 years, and during my teaching experience, so I looked into different systems, different methods, and actually the problem is mostly about the system and the methods the students are not learning. And so I thought, and I discussed with some of my colleagues to make something different, to give students a better pathway of learning, a better way of learning English. Then we come up with an idea to just make English more natural, make English more like easy for the students, and that's why we come up with the idea to make a system of based on chapters, based on daily activities, based on the activities which should be all by students. And that's why I came up with this idea to make it the system.
All right, sir. But thank you very much for the enlightening answer. And how did you come up with the idea of not teaching books but chapters? I'm sure your institute does not have books, but you teach them based on chapters. What made you to think like that?
Actually, the topics, the issues we have in the books, they are more, once the students study them and they learn them, they are mostly the same thing, they never change. So of course we say something like English is a language which changes every day. So we have to have a system, an updated system, which should be included with all the new topics, new issues, new ideas. So the books, if we teach the books like books here, the books are from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Those are the books from a long time ago. The ideas were discussed at that time. People do not like to discuss about them now. So we have to be updated. We have to not to teach only students like only English. We have to give them the new ideas of the world, especially in our country, Afghanistan. In our country, Afghanistan, we need to teach students about globalization, about the economic issues, about the companies which are working for the like a space, like a SpaceX, NASA. We have to be updated. That's why we have come up with this idea to have the chapter-based system in order to keep our students updated to the world.
Well done, sir. Well done. It's a very good method, I do believe. So yes, so your English is based mostly on contemporary issues. Well done. There is no doubt, sir, the books are outdated. The books have been taught in various institutes for the last 10-20 years. So I do believe every day there is new English words because technologies are upgrading day by day, all right? And yes, it's true that books are outdated. So we need contemporary issues in English in order to advance the English levels. That's why most of the students that they have studied for years and years English, when you talk to them, they have problem conversing with you. And that's the problem, sir. Anyhow, sir, let's come to the main point. Learning English can bring various benefits to individuals' life. Would you like to explain how English can bring benefits to the individual's life, sir? It's all right, sir.
Yeah, I will take it, sir. As a simple way, when you ask simple questions from the students, why do you study English? As I have asked a lot from students, because I always interview students when they come first in our institute. I ask them questions, what is the reason you study English? So the answer, they say it's international language. The first thing, it's international language. So it opens like a wide window in your life. Through success, through achievements in different sections, in business, in a job career, in education, in different parts. That's why. So we need to study English. It's an essential language nowadays. You may have the same. If I ask you the same question, sir, would you like to give some ideas why?
Well, I have lived in Malaysia for almost 8, 9, 10 years, almost for a very long time. It introduced me to various cultures. The university that I was studying, the students were from various parts of the world. The university consisted of 122 countries were involved there. So it introduced me to various international students. It made me to communicate with those people in English because I cannot speak or I could not speak their language. So the only option that I had was to speak in English. So it introduced me to various international friends. Yes, it made me to be able to speak with various people. Yes, English will introduce you to the various, to the different people in the world. Maybe you would like to talk to the Chinese if you cannot speak Chinese, so the only option you have to speak in English, and there is no doubt English is an international language. So yes, and it is, it's the language of, as you said, is the language of business nowadays, and it's a lucrative business, sir. It's a lucrative business. If you want to be a public speaker, so the only thing in order to be a public speaker, you need to be able to speak good English. So this is the thing, I think, sir. I do believe in.
We can say like English is the language of like industry of social media, right? Like many people are working in the social media. They make money, and they through social media they can achieve something. They can support their families. So like if you want to use social media, if you want to make money through social media, you have to know English. So there's this point also, many people study English, learn English.
And the second thing about English, sir, you know, in case Allah may give you a chance to go to the Western world, you know, you can promote Islam. You can promote Islam as well, sir. And there is now no doubt that English is the language of scientists, as we have discussed earlier. Usually you cannot find materials if you want to research something you cannot find on internet. Like if you Google, maybe you would like to find topic in regards to education, you cannot find it in Dari or in Pashto or in Mexican language or in Chinese language. Mostly the research are done in English, all right? So the articles you find in Google, they are mostly in English. So it's the language of research, the language of science, the language of mathematics, statistics. So English can bring, I think, lots of benefits. And it's also the language of communication. It enhances your career, sir. Nowadays, if you want to apply for jobs anywhere in the world, the first thing what you have to do, and they want to know whether you speak English or not. So communicate, because you have to present the office that you're working for. So this is my idea, sir. Would you like to add something to this, sir?
In support of your words, sir. Yeah, of course. We are Muslim, and we have to live like a real Muslim. And Islam, or our religion, our faith, is the meaning of our life. And if we are doing something for our religion, if you're doing something for our faith, what is better than that? So nothing. So that's why through this language we can defend. We can stand against those who are like criticizing Islam, those who are against Islam. We can stand, we can defend, we can answer them. And if you know, I really like this point, as you mentioned, sir, about promoting Islam. So we have to promote Islam. What is the meaning of life if we are not working for the faith, if we're not working for our religion? So this is the meaning of life, and we have to promote. I really like this point, and that's what we have to do in our real life.
And second thing, sir, is that English is not knowledge. Remember this, all right? And I would like to tell to the viewers of Afghanistan English Campus, English is not a knowledge. It's just skill. But if you want to make a knowledge, what do you have to do? Keep reading, Read books, go to internet, read various types of books. So combine English with knowledge, then it becomes wisdom. So it's just skill. In order to sharpen your skills, you have to read books, so you will be able to get more information, and you will communicate with the world in a very easy way. And as I said, sir, it's a lucrative business nowadays. The more you speak English, the better income you will have. All right, sir. Anything else, sir, would you like to add?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. But one thing at the end as well, as you mentioned it, it's a skill, and but there is a problem as well. Like students spend too much time studying English in the English institutes. It's not fair as well to spend too much of their lifetime studying only English. The good point you said, they have to study, they have to learn, but they have to get it done within a year, within a half a year. So then they have to keep reading. So keep reading English. So the reading can make them to be a professional. So as we have the quote, we say like today a reader, tomorrow a leader. So you can rule the world, you can rule in this world, you can rule in your life, in your career through understanding English and reading.
Thank you, sir. Indeed. Readers are leaders. If you want to be leader in the future, be a reader. So yes, English, trust me, English is, in today's world, especially for the Muslims, they must learn English in order to promote Islam, in order to communicate, in order to promote Islam at the highest peak of the world. Promote Islam through definitely English. English is nowadays it's a vital thing for the Muslims. Unfortunately, English in today's world is taken very lightly. In the institutes, I do believe you're right, sir. Within a year, it's as if 1 year is enough, 2 years is enough, all right? But the only thing, the problem with the students in today's world, they just take it lightly, English. They just go, we just guide them how to study English, all right? These books can only guide you to read books a lot. The only thing in order to improve your English, read books as much as possible. The institutes can only be watching Islamic things, Islamic videos, news channels, watch CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, Sky News, Fox News. So yes, in order to be a leader, you have to be a reader. So English, I think in today's world is an international language. You can promote Islam, you can promote yourself, you can promote your product in international level. So I do believe that I think it's one of the best practical places in Afghanistan that anybody can learn English, especially the spoken language, spoken English. Here in Afghanistan English Campus is taught very well. As you know, we have got some of the best professional English literature graduates we have in Afghanistan English Campus. I think it's one of the best places where you can improve your communication skills. And I'm sure in the future they will be able to join Harvard University, London School of Economics, Yale University, Cambridge University. Okay, I'm sure this is a perfect place. And we do not only teach English here, as you know, sir, you're the chairman of this place. We do teach contemporary issues. We enhance the level of students when it comes to motivations. So God bless you, sir. Thank you very much for inviting me. If you would like to add something, please do so, sir.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thanks, Naveed, for being here. Thank you so much. And inshallah, you will have more of these videos, and you're gonna make more of these videos to discuss. Inshallah, and I suggest our students to try to just learn English naturally. Try to talk to your, if you have a partner like a sister, brother at home, try to speak to each other. The same discussion we had. So the same thing you can do as well. So speak and learn English naturally. And we hope you for the best. And inshallah, we will have more of these episodes. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Also, once again, thank you very much on behalf of the Afghan English Campus for inviting me. So I welcome all the students. Please do join our institutes, and please you can go for get information before coming here. All right, I'm sure you will get a lot of positive information about our institutes. God bless you, and may God bless Afghanistan.